Hi, it's Brian here, and I'm having a go at colouring, but on paper and not on the iPad. I'm using one of my cards. I'm using a really cheap pencil because I just wanted to see. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's blur, 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 blur. There you go. Anyway, it's basically a really, really cheap pencil. As you can see, it's really scratchy on the paper. I have got some good pencils actually, but I just wanted to have a muck about using the cheap pencils just to see what they're like, because I like the idea of doing stuff which everyone can do on whatever budget, and not everyone's going to be able to afford the Prisma pencils and stuff, or at least whilst they're having a feel, see if colouring is for them. I mean, I'm more of a digital man myself, but I do like the feel of paper. So I wanted to just give it a go, but this pencil is horrible. I mean, is this the pencil or the paper? The paper does have a bit of grip to it. It's not, I mean, it is a little bit smooth, I suppose, but it has got a little bit of texture there for the pencil to grab. But who would have thought colouring in pencil would be so technical? I mean, I follow a lot of people on YouTube who do colouring, and I love the techniques they use, because you can use the same techniques on the digital pad, and that's what I do. I apply the technique digitally, but I want to do paper as well, because colouring on paper, you can't beat it. It's so different than just digital colouring. This one's not so scratchy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm using different pressure. But yeah, it's you can't beat paper over the iPad. I mean, the iPad's good, and I love it, especially when I'm on the train. But there's just something about pen on paper, or in this case pencil on paper. You can't beat it. So I'm just having a play around really, and now what I want to do is add some darker green here, and I haven't got a darker green in this set. It's such a crappy set, so I'm just going over it with a bit more pressure. There. Just want to break up some of this texture, make it a bit textury. I did put them all into here. As you can see, I've never really used them, but I've also ordered the colour wheel because I'm crap at colours. So, and because I'm not using the iPad, I can't cheat and go and have a peek. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the yellow. And it's been years since I've sharpened a pencil. I'm a digital man. So I'm just going to sharpen this up. I want a nice point on it. Oh, look at that. Let's try that one. I want an electric one. Let's get in there. Yeah, this set I bought a little while ago. Really cheapy. Didn't cost me much. Well, that's not very good, is it? I think the top... Wow. That is so crap. Let's try it on the bigger one there. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh, what's going on? Look, not even working now. I've broken the sharpener. I don't know what's going on. Whoa, look at that. It's really... You see that? It's rubbish. What have I done? Wow. Get back in that one. I'm killing this pencil. Whoa. That's a bit better. Although look, it's all broken up. It's got a broken nib. Oh dear. Wow. That's really rubbish. Don't buy these pencils. Or at least, I don't know if it's me or what. But this pencil's getting smaller and smaller. I haven't even used it yet. Oh boy, look at that. It looks horrible. Let's see what happens anyway. Wow, it's really bad. Let me have a look for another sharpener. Where are you? Now this one's supposed to be top-notch sharpener. Oh yes. There we go. That feels a lot better than that other sharpener, I must say. There we go, that's much better. Okay, just try that one then. So I wanted to emulate some light. So I'm just going to try and blend this yellow in a little bit. I'm doing it quite light, or I'm trying to anyway, but as I said, it's not the best. It's not the best pencil. But like I said, the reason I'm using these rubbishy pencils is because I wanted to see if you can get good effects with them. And I think in my opinion, no. But then again, I'm no expert. But I'm sure if I got one of those young ladies I follow on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, who do all this colouring, I bet you they could get it to work. On these crappy pencils. Yeah, I mean, I keep wanting to zoom in on the picture, but I can't, can I? Because it's real paper. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that's blending? I don't think it's blending. I'm getting a bit too dark there, but let's put some yellow in here as well. Now, what some people do, and there is names for these colouring techniques, but let's put some highlight in there as well. There you go. Put that there. If they go back over it again with the main colour, and that sort of blends it in, sets it in stone, as it were. What do you reckon? Doesn't look too bad. A bit of a mess, but not bad. Like I said, this is purely for meditation anyway, so I wouldn't want to spend hours and hours on it. I just wanted a bit of texture in there, just a bit of break it up a bit. Now, the reason I didn't put too much detail in these cards is because I wanted to give you or whoever's using it the opportunity to add your own detail, or you could just colour it. Because the reason these are on like such a small card, they're A6 and they're quite tough cards, so you could even frame them, and you could probably use water paint on them as well, although they are a bit smooth. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's from that. Oh, I could have smudged that in. Wow, yeah, man. Look at that. Go for it. Oh, I love it. You couldn't do that on the iPad. There you go. Smudge, 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 smudge. Well, I suppose you'd use your finger. You'd use one of those smudging pens. Yeah. That's all over my finger. And I've got it on my paper. Yeah. Now I know why people put these things down when they colour in. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I've left them pretty blank because it's for whether or not you want to add detail yourself, like on this dress. You could add detail, so you could get one of your pens, and I've got a smudger there. One of the small ones I'm looking for. I've got other pens. I wonder where they are. These ones I don't know about these ones. Don't know. Just want a pen. With a small. Oh, look, they're on the top. Oh, God, I can't see. That's an 08, 01, 05. It's to the 01. Ooh. Yeah, in case you wanted to do detail, so like her leg, the fabric would be coming up, wouldn't it? Sort of over the leg there, and you could put maybe some lines in there. That's where that part, the other part of her bosom would go. And maybe, oh, do you know what? I keep wanting to zoom in. It's really weird, but I can't zoom in, can I? Like that. I've got the eyes there already. Yeah, and like with the bark, we could maybe put some lines in there. That's why I left it blank, really. I just hit the mic with my glasses, in case you wanted to add your own little detail, and so on. You could put some sort of leaves in there. Like so. Like that. Oop. And that was a 01, and the pen is a Micron 01. Oh, look, did notice it was written there. But I don't normally use the Micron. I use the other ones, but they are pretty good. And I got that smudging thing, so let's have a look if I can use that instead of my finger. Yeah, well, that does get rid of all that white in the background, and I have got enough ink. I've got enough lead and wax, or whatever you want to call it, on the paper to be smudged. There you go, look at that. You can just blend that yellow up, push it around. There you go. Not bad, not bad. Anyway, you can see how I did that pretty quick. The whole idea of doing these cards is not to spend hours on it. I know you can spend hours on a colouring, but that really isn't the goal on these cards. So now I've got pens everywhere. Get organised, Bri. I've got a pencil case, but I wanted to do all that on another video. Now I want a brownie colour. I've got two little brownie, darky, sort of a reddy brownie, isn't it? Two browns here. So maybe I'll use this one for the base colour. Normally you'd have your pencil sharpened already, but like I said, these have just been sitting around. I'll show you I've got Prismacolor, but I wanted to do a video on the opening, the unboxing of them, because they're good pencils. But they're a bit expensive. I think they're like 30 quid on Amazon. That was only for 34. You know? Oh, I don't like sharpening. I think if I was going to say anything about sharpening, get an electric one, which I might do next, because this is just rubbish. This sharpener came with the, I ordered it with the Prismacolors. It's actually a Prisma sharpener. Look at that. the top's gone. Now that was my Prismatic pencil, I would be very unhappy because they're very expensive. Some people say move the sharpener and not the pencil. But that's a bit much. Oh man. This is rubbish. I hate sharpening, I've decided. Oh, look at that. It's definitely me. 2 sharpeners can't be crap, can they? Someone should do a video on sharpening. Yeah. Trying to get that back bit cut. Oh, bloody hell. Do you know what that's going to do? Sod it. Yeah, look, it's only half. That's really weird, isn't it? I must be sharpening pretty shit. Excuse my French. Oh, look at that, just pick it off. Oh, look, and it's come off. Really, really cheap pencils. Oh, what a load of rubbish. Now, well, and the rubbers just fell off. It's just getting worse, isn't it? Now you know. Now I know why I use my iPad. I don't have this trouble sharpening my iPencil. That's just rubbish. Look at all that in there. Look, it is rubbish. Rubbish. My phone's just come up. It's really funny. As I'm doing this, my phone's just come up saying, "Take your blood pressure." It's come up. My reminder's come. Take my blood pressure. Yeah, I should do after doing this. Well, okay, that's gonna have to do. Be interesting to see if the Prisma pencils give me the same. Trouble. Now I'm doing small circles because apparently this is the best way of colouring. And it's the same principle on the iPad as well. I do small circles because I take what people do and I implement it, but digitally. And I'm really curious to see if I get the same effects on paper, because it's been a long time, I'll be honest with you, it's been a long while since I've been on paper. And I did miss it. But to be fair as well, I never realised how complicated colouring could be. You know? I mean, there's whole series of videos on colouring, and to be honest, you learn so much on them. There's so many different techniques, and I follow quite a few. I've listed them on my YouTube for you guys to go take a look. And I remember the days colouring used to be just colouring. I can feel the cramp in my fingers, in my thumb, starting. Maybe I'm holding the pencil too tight, but this pencils, as you can see, I'm not having much luck with them. Right, so that's my base colour. And now, dare I even try to sharpen this? I'm not pushing hard on this sharpener. I'm literally just turning the pencil. And I don't feel it's cutting at all there now. Just going round. I mean, who thought sharpening could be so complicated as well? You know what I mean? I daren't go any more on that. So I'm just going to leave that. Now, shadow this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come in with small circles. The pencil's a little bit angled so I can get more of a smudge there, and I'm just going down the edge because this is where my shadow's going to be. And I bet you if I was on my Prisma pencils I wouldn't be having this issue. Now normally I find with shadows on tree trunks, when you look at them in the real world, they tend to come down sort of always, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always find it always tends to come down the centre. Or maybe that's just always the angle I'm standing. Oh dear. But I'm going very light with this darker pencil. And it does pay, I suppose, to have a mixture of different colours. Like I didn't have enough greens for that top. And I'm definitely getting a better result with this darker brown on my base colour. Like that. And we can come up on these little grooves like there, just to give them a little bit of depth, like so. Just, you know, just mix it in a little bit there, like that. Yeah, just a few nicks and crannies in there. Get my pencil, just blend that in a bit. There you go. Ooh, mucky hands. There you go. And I'd probably go on about that, but obviously I've been going on a bit on this video, but I've left all my errors in there and all my mishaps in there to let you see that I go through this crap as well. But yeah, these pencils, I mean, by all means start off with cheapy pencils, but they are crap, I must say. I'm not happy with them at all. But they were really cheap. I mean, about £3 or something they were. But they do, once they're sharpened, they do the job. And I think I'll buy an electric sharpener, because that was just like even sharpening for me was a headache. But I don't have that problem with my trusty eye pencil. Oh yeah. Yep. Anyway, but you can see how this you could probably spend what, an hour, couple of hours maybe at the most drawing these cards, because they're quite small, but that's the whole point of them. Yeah, I will get these out at some point so you can have a go at them. Yep. Ooh. And there you go. Anyway, there you go. I don't know what to say. Wasn't that easy? The pencils were rubbish, and you can see with the sharpening, look how much is lost on that yellow. Unbelievable. So yeah, I might dig out my Prismas, do the unboxing so I can start using them. Because yeah, these aren't very good. Anyway, talk again soon. I hope you enjoyed that, and be good out there. Talk again soon.